This bread is not just food, it is love that holds the family together.
Grandma, your bread is magic!
Yeah, it makes everything better.
Eat up, my darlings. There's plenty for everyone. Life is like this garden. If you take good care of it, it will always be beautiful, just like family.
Will these flowers be like the ones you always had, Grandma?
Yes, my dear, just like those. They'll remind us of all the times we've shared.
Remember when Grandma solved that argument with just one sentence?
Of course, she always knows just what to say.
Let us always treasure these moments. A little more love in this one.
Are those your special buns, Grandma?
Yes, my dear, just in time.
It's magic.
Eat up, my darlings. There's plenty for everyone. Life is like this garden. If you take good care of it, it will always be beautiful, just like family.
I like planting flowers. It's like putting smiles in the ground.
Yes, my dear. Every flower is a smile waiting to bloom.
Grandma, can we plant these next? They're my favorite.
Of course, sweetheart. Let's make this garden as colorful as your imagination.
Grandma, do you think flowers can hear us?
Oh, I believe they do. They hear our laughter and feel our love. That's why they bloom so beautifully.
Then we have to make sure they hear lots of laughter.
Yes, laughter and love. That's what makes a garden and a family grow strong.
Can we do this every evening, Grandma?
As long as there are flowers to plant and love to share, we'll be here.
Grandma, why do we plant flowers every evening?
Because each seed we plant is like a little bit of love. We nurture it and it grows.
So, it's like taking care of each other in the family?
Exactly. Life is like this garden. If you take good care of it, it will always be beautiful.
And when the flowers bloom, it's like our love growing, right?
Yes, just like that. Our love grows and blooms, making everything around us more beautiful.
Grandma, remember when you told us about the time you climbed the big oak tree?
Oh, I remember. I was quite the adventurer back then.
Tell us again, please.
Well, I was a bit younger than you are now, and I decided that I wanted to see the world from the top of that tree.
Did you make it to the top?
Oh, yes. And it was the most beautiful sight, a sea of green as far as the eye could see.
I wish we could see it too.
You will in your own way. Every story you live will be like climbing your own tree.
I want to hear more stories.
There are plenty more where that came from.
Remember how Grandma would wake us up with the smell of her bread?
And she'd always say, "This bread is love."
She taught us to care for this garden like she cared for us. She always said, life is like this garden.
It's like she's still here with us.
Every time a flower blooms or the bread bakes, I feel her love. She may not be here, but she's alive in us. Her love blooms in our hearts.
It's strange, isn't it, how she still feels so close?
I think it's because she never really left. She's here, just in a different way. Every time we gather like this, it's like she's sitting with us, listening, smiling.
I can almost smell her bread baking. It's like she's alive in our hearts.
She may not be here physically, but her love, it blooms in us, doesn't it? Yeah, like the flowers in her garden. Always growing, always beautiful.
She's alive in everyone's hearts.
She's the reason we're all here, you know. She is the pillar of our family.
She held us together with her love. It's like every memory is a thread, weaving us closer.
And every lesson she taught, a seed she planted in us. We carry her wisdom every day. Even now, when things get tough, I ask myself, what would Grandma do? And somehow, the answer always comes.
It's like she's whispering in our hearts, guiding us. Her spirit is in everything we do.
Grandma's love, it's the foundation. It will always be here, holding us up. She was and will remain the pillar of the family. You know, she taught us more than just how to bake bread or plant flowers. It's like she planted love in us, too.
And that love, it's like the flowers in her garden. It keeps blooming no matter what.
Her love is like a guide. Whenever I feel lost, I just remember her words and it's like she lights the way. She might be gone, but she's still here. In every laugh, in every hug, in every moment we share.
Because the love she planted, like the flowers in the garden, will always bloom in our hearts.